Okay. Now, what scientists discovered is, and this was to their surprise, was something called fine tuning. So let me just give an analogy which will help introduce the idea of fine tuning. So imagine you had an ethical system, and your ethical system had a bunch of laws of ethics. And one of the laws, and you're trying to explain, like, what's the underlying basis for the system of ethics. But then let's say you had a particular law in this ethical system that you have to give charity. The percent charity, you have to give 13.8743261%. That's strange. Does that somehow result from some previous law that just pops out a number like that? So just like in an ethical system, you would have a hard time explaining a number like that. The mystery is, how do you explain the emergence of a number as such? Okay. Now, what scientists discovered is, and this was to their surprise, was something called fine tuning. So let me talk about fine tuning in the framework of this analogy, and then Aaron will explain how it expresses itself in physics. So we imagine in this society, we were to do some sophisticated economical calculations. And we discovered that this number is not any random number, 13.8743262%. And that is, if the number were any smaller by a little bit, then we'd find that poor people would starve. They wouldn't have enough money to live, to put food on the table, and it would lead to the class warfare. The poor people would rebel and would overthrow the whole society. And therefore, it couldn't be lower than this.